Alright, what is good everybody? It's your boy Darsora, and I just took a few days break from making content. I feel nice and refreshed to talk about how I believe the Fandom Menace is necessary for the future of Star Wars. Now, if you guys don't know what the Fandom Menace is, it's basically a sub-community within the Star Wars community that is very vocal about their opinions when it comes to what they like about Star Wars and what they want. And sometimes it's painted in a negative light because there is a small part of that big community that will attack others for having different opinions. But overall, it's a very welcoming group of people. Like when I first joined the online Star Wars community, they accepted me with open arms, and I love, not love, but I like the sequel trilogy, and a lot of them don't, but they still accepted and respected my opinions, had discussions with me that were great. They introduced me to people that, really like the sequels as well. And I just think they've been a really good help for me, planting my foot in the Star Wars community. And I really appreciate that. Now, why I think they are necessary for the future of Star Wars is since they're so vocal, I think it will keep Disney and Lucasfilm on their toes. Moving forward, the Skywalker saga just wrapped up. The future of Star Wars when it comes to big movies is kind of unknown. Like we got the TV shows popping off with the Kenobi series, The Mandalorian, the final season of the Clone Wars animation. And I think when it comes to movies, they did announce that they're going to be working on some Old Republic stuff earlier in 2019, which I think is the route they should go down. I think you either have that route or, creating something from scratch, which I think they can do well, but I think it's going to be way harder to execute. And right now, they definitely divided the community up a lot with the sequel trilogy, and I'm not going to get into that whole discussion. You either like them or you don't, but I just think they need to play it safe right now, and the Old Republic just has so much good lore, amazing characters, great stories, and I think if you have the right people involved, it'll be super successful. It'll be a good way to really get the community back together, and then from there they can start something from scratch. They're already telling a lot of these side stories from the Skywalker saga in TV form, which is really great, and I think The Mandalorian has been good. Their animation series so far have been amazing. So when it comes to movies, I think the Phantom Menace will just keep them on their toes because they're so vocal, and it will make sure that they don't try anything too left field or try and take away from the integrity of what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And like I said, personally, I really like the sequel trilogy, but I know going forward, they had kind of a model to go off of, with George Lucas's scripts and kind of how, episodes 1 through 6 were already. When it comes to the future, it's, a lot harder for them to kind of have to make their own formula and their own style and make it work within an already very dedicated, fan base, which is the Star Wars community. And, the Star Wars community is so big that it's going to be very hard to please everyone no matter what. But I think with having, the Phantom Menace be a big part of the Star Wars community, it'll just make sure that they don't do anything that is too crazy. And I think that's very important for moving forward. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the Phantom Menace is a good thing for the Star Wars community? How have your interactions been? Like I said, for me, I've had personally really good interactions with the Phantom Menace. When I joined, they were there for me. They introduced me and showed me the ropes, and I am very thankful for that. But I know not everyone has had those interactions, so I just want to hear from you guys when it comes to that. Let me know what you guys think about the future of Star Wars and how you think the Phantom Menace is going to impact that. So thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, may the Force be with you. I'll see you guys next time.